Good morning, and it's race day, Great North Run Day. Just getting some stuff ready. Gonna set off in a bit. Leaving Doncaster about 6, and yeah, let's be doing. A bit nervous, but I've just put my shoes on, running shoes on, ready. Someone else is driving us up, like, oh brother. I don't feel as nervous now. I've got my shoes on. Got my running top ready, spin you around. Running top ready. Gonna take a little bag up. You can leave in car. It's got plenty of drinks in there. A couple of them. Anti-friction. Some plasters and stuff in there. Also got a running belt. Plenty of water. More energy drinks. Some snacks and that. So yeah, see how we get on. Looking forward to it. Can't bloody wait. Running a bit short on time, but Nick had made me some pasta last night, ready for today, so I thought I'd have a few mouthfuls of this just to set me off, give me a bit of energy and stuff. Plenty of carbs, and yeah, then we're away. Quick stop for a coffee en route.
TikTok.
The A1, Alan's there. A good view of Alan.
You'll probably get a bit
Coming past the Angel of the North. Someone had put a England flag on the Angel of the North. I don't know if you'll see it. Just come along on the right hand side of us here.
Oh yeah.
Symbolic thing of the northeast. Just about to see the England flag on it there.
Definitely.
So we're well on our way.
This is respect to whoever's gone up and done that.
Newcastle upon Tyne.
You can actually get right
to the Townmoor start point of the Great North Run. So I got booted out of the car about a mile away. Walking across the Townmoor now to my 10 colour area, which is pink. Walking through. Plenty of walking here before you even start the run. So obviously just making sure we get to the right place, designated area for the pink wave.
Yeah, some top tips, some expert advice. Anna from the running channel is joining me. Looking enthusiastic. How are you feeling about today?
I'm so excited. This will be my 5th Great North Run, and it's just so nice to be back here in Newcastle, where I spent 7 years of my life living and working as well.
Grandstand start point.
5 times, you must.
So we're in our pen now, waiting to start. Race starting at 11 o'clock, I think it was, so we can go until 10 past 12. Nick's headed towards the start line, finish line. Red Arrow. Plenty of entertainment, South Shields here. Plenty of entertainment. So you can see this on the big screens.
Yeah, these are illegal as well.
Food stores. Podium things here, look. It's my brother and his partner.
Yeah, those races were more top performances just outside the top 10 overall. Our elite women's athletes coming forward towards 400 metres to go. Hayes McColgan, look at the work going in on her face. The gap at the front now looks like a winning one for Sheila Chetchery.
Started on the Townmoor in Newcastle, and they have made it to the sea. That is absolutely incredible. And of course, it's not just the hard work that they put in today, it's the training.
Red Arrows, South Shields.
Platform, just choose the charity which to send some money to. And what a way to finish! You're in very good company with the Red Arrows flying overhead, putting on a spectacular display.
Meanwhile, I'm ready. So I've got my own personalised video here. Just coming over the Tyne Bridge here. You may be able to see me, I don't know. You can see how busy it is. It made it really difficult to pace myself. My running app didn't work either due to the mobile phone signal being masked because of the volume of people on the service. So I'll just leave you with a bit of background sound for this section of the video. So right then guys, that's a Great North Run done. A couple of days after the event, I've just been waiting for that video to come through and a few photographs before I could complete the vlog. It was a tough run. I think for first 8 mile I was okay-ish, but the amount of uphill, it wasn't like steep uphill, it was a steady incline, but I don't like inclines. But I jogged it all. It was a steady jog. I jogged it all. I had a couple of problems from the start, really. You get in your pen, you need a pee, because you hydrate, obviously, a lot. So you sneak out through the fence, up the side of the motorway bank, have a pee, come back into your pen over the fence. Then the fences get higher the closer to the start line you get, and you're like thinking, I need a pee here, I need a pee here. So you get through the grandstand. Couple of Newcastle players there giving high fives to people. I swerved them, claiming to have won a major trophy and stuff. Fair play to him. I could have high-fived Murphy, but I needed to just keep left, because what I noticed, about 150 yards past the grandstand where the start line is, there was some toilets, and I noticed some people having a piss in the bushes at the back of them. Well, men were. Women were queuing up for the toilet. So we lost about 5 minutes there. Also, at the start of the race, my runner couldn't connect to anything because the mobile phone signal were absolutely maxed out. This is probably one of the negative things, this with the mobile phone signal. So we got going. Started off, felt fairly comfortable up to about 7 miles. And then in terms of, I'd say 5 miles, probably doing my normal pace, what I thought was steady, 10 and a half minutes a mile. And I just started losing. There were a lot of people that were walking, getting in the way kind of thing, which is their prerogative. Because obviously they're not all doing it to try and do the run as best as they can. They're doing it for charity, which is sound. But they did get in the way a little bit. Sounds like I'm making excuses, but it were a tough run. It got to the point after probably 6 or 7 miles where I'm just looking at the floor and just, you know, in your head you're going, right, first port of call's 10k, 6.2 miles, next point of call's 10 mile, and then you're like, then just a 5k left. But like up from 8 mile sort of to 10 mile, that was tough. Well, probably from 8 mile to 13, it was tough, really tough. But the crowds were fantastic. There were a guy there in a Newcastle top, an oldish guy, well, probably mid-60s maybe. He would give me a right boost. He says, come on, Carl, keep digging in, son, keep digging in. And you know what? I just made sure I always said thank you to anyone that said that to me. I made time for anyone that gave me any encouragement. Both Alzheimer's buses, because Alzheimer's Society is what we ran for. The 2 Alzheimer's buses, I think the one about 3 or 4 mile in, then one it felt like 11 mile. I made sure I went up to the side of them and give them some, like, come on, like that, you know, just engaging them. I engaged the crowd as well. Anybody that gave me any encouragement, kids that give me any encouragement. I felt a bit sorry about the videos that people put on of the kids like holding sweets and no one taking sweets off the kids. It's a bit sad that, isn't it? You know what I mean? I didn't really feel, I can't eat sweets while I'm running. I find it hard, but it's a bit sad. You could see people taking sweets off the adults. I think it's something that needs looking at for next year, possibly, just to get them involved. Some of the kids said, come on, Carl, you know, like, cheers, mate, like that. You know, it's all about that. I think this first one, I was disappointed with the time, but I did lose and lose and lose, like I say. I can blame stuff, but I think next time I'll probably start, I'm going to get some more training in. I'm going to do it in 2 years' time, and I'm going to probably start in a faster pen, because I think obviously I was a slow runner in terms of the time, which is fine. I ran it all, jogged it all, which is I'm happy with. But you know, you need to get around people if you want to get a decent time. I think I didn't really twig onto that for some reason. I don't know why. From like 7 miles on, it was really difficult to pick my legs up with the inclines and stuff. So I've got 2 years now to train well. I'll get some 10Ks in and stuff. But it was a brilliant day. Nick, Emily, Alan, Louise, thanks for coming with me and giving me the support that I needed. Obviously, my wife just supports me through thick and thin to the end. Brother's always there. He's always at the phone. And he'd step forward and give me a lift up there and made sure I were looked after and all that, and that was spot on of him as well. Big shout out to his partner as well, Louise, for coming along, giving me some support. I didn't really know her, but you know, we got on like an hour. Got on like an hour. Something that was brilliant, and I really appreciate it. And obviously, big shout out to Emily for coming along too. She's sat here now. Gonna be on camera, Em? No, she wouldn't be on camera. Cheers, Emily. She just mumbled, "You're welcome." But yeah, it was a brilliant day. A little bit emotional at the end. This was the other thing at the end of the race when I passed the line. The first person I saw was Nick, and I was just a little bit proud of myself for running it. But I thought I'd done it 10 minutes quicker than what I had, because I'm sure the pacer, the 2 hour 25 pacer, was. It looked like he was about 3 minutes in front of me. I just couldn't catch him. I couldn't lift my legs up. So anyway, when I got through the finish line, the biggest downside for me was I couldn't ring anyone. People ringing me, I couldn't connect to any calls, couldn't find out where people were. Luckily, we managed to get that sorted. But I got through, and as soon as I stopped, I cramped up like mad. Honestly, that was horrible. I'm so glad I jogged it all, because, you know, if you'd done that, some people do the running and walking thing, which is fine. I've done that in training. I wouldn't have been able to get running again. So I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed I jogged it all. Look, it looks as hard work as it looks. You know, them inclines that you've just seen on that video at 12 kilometres. Just bear in mind, I'm like that at 12 kilometres on an incline, steady, struggling, and then you think there's almost another 10 to go, just under 10 to go. So, yeah, first experience of a half marathon. Just happy I completed it, and I jogged it all, so I'm proud of myself for that. So, yeah, nice one, guys. And they messed up with the medals. They put Sunderland in instead of Newcastle. They didn't have the River Tyne on, they had the river going through Sunderland. What is it? I I don't know what river it is, I can't remember, but yeah, they messed the medals up. Someone's done that for a laugh, haven't they? Definitely. So, yeah. Right, nice one. So I'll be going fishing a lot now, but I'm going to keep going with the run. What that had done for me, that run, it should have given my body some right fitness, hopefully, some right confidence, give me some confidence. So I'm going to get some 10Ks battered out, I think, try and get my 10K time down, and maybe just have a decent run once a month. And obviously, when we get closer to like September 2027, we'll pick it up big time. So yeah, loved it. Really big experience. Toughest thing I've ever done in my life. That you could see some of the pictures where I'm like staring at the floor. I just did not want to look up. I didn't want someone telling me there's this amount of time. We're at this point. I just wanted to concentrate on them steps and just it ending. But I loved every minute of it. But it was literally the toughest thing I've ever put myself through or forward for in my life. So yeah, but I passed just. So nice one, right? Keep safe, tight lines, and I'll see you on the. I might see you on the next one. Might not be running like I'll be fishing, but nice one. We've got a live actually on YouTube channel. If anyone's interested, you might be a runner that's interested in fishing. If you want to come on and see me do the fermented fish challenge on Friday at 8 PM, that's Friday the 12th September at 8 PM. There's also a bit of a giveaway. If you look through my videos, like last video I put on, it gives you information on how to enter that. So, yeah, nice one, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.